Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everybody, thank you for visiting our YouTube channel. This is Matsa Surba online English lesson of grade 7 of SMP or MTS. I'm Ratna Hidayati. In this video, we are going to discuss about daily activities in English. Hopefully, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to ask for and give information related to daily activities. The Islamic base of our lesson is Surah Ali Imran, verse 200. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu sabiru warabitu wattaqullaha la'allakum tuflihun. O believers, patiently endure, persevere, stand on guard, and be mindful of Allah, so you may be successful. Okay, before we start, let's say the dua together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi muhammadin nabiyyan wa rasula. Rabbi zidni ilma warzuqni fahma waj'alni min ibadika salihin. May Allah let our heart be filled with light and insight and understanding and knowledge. Amin. On an English video lesson previously, we have discussed about daily activities and telling the times. Okay, today we are going to learn again about daily routine activities. Okay, the activities here is something routine that we do every day. Now, let's have an example of routine activities. Look at Edo's Sunday activities. It's Sunday. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Edo gets up and takes a bath. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Benny, Udin, and Edo fly kites. They have lots of fun. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. Edo goes to the library with Udin and Benny. They love reading books. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. Edo and his family go to the park. They ride on a bicycle to go there. It's 7 o'clock in the evening. Edo and his family have dinner together. His father cooks a delicious roasted chicken. It's 8:30 in the evening. Edo prepares his stuff for school tomorrow. He puts many books into his school bag. It's 9 o'clock at night. Edo says good night to his parents. His parents kiss him. It's 9:30 at night. He does not forget to pray before he sleeps. Well, after having some examples, now let's check your understanding by doing an exercise. You will have a table, okay? Please complete the table based on the information about Benny's activities on Sunday. Do it on the Google form available on your Google Classroom. Here is the table. Look at this. Number 1 has been done for you. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. Edo gets up and takes a bath. So, please determine, is it morning, afternoon, evening, or night? And for the additional information, because there isn't any additional information in this sentence, so you don't need to fill it in. Now let's look at number 2. 8 o'clock. Okay, he flies a kite. He has lots of fun. Then you have to determine, is it in the morning or afternoon, evening or night? Okay, now 1 or half past 1. Okay, it's in the afternoon. Okay, and the additional information is Edo does this activity with Benny and Udin. Okay, half past 4, 7 o'clock in the evening, half past 8, 9 o'clock. Okay, the additional information is his parents kiss him. Half past 9. Okay, the activity he does here, he prays before he sleeps. Right, so for those who are still blanks here, please complete. Now, let's continue by having an example of Benny's activity. Okay, what time does Benny have his meal? Look at this. Breakfast time. Okay, at 6 o'clock in the morning. Right, here's the time at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, Benny says, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's time for breakfast. I have breakfast at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and we can say, Benny has breakfast at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now lunch time. Okay, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Benny says, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's time for lunch. I have lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we can say, he here means Benny, right? Okay, he has lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, now dinner time. At 7 in the evening. Benny says, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. It's time for dinner. I have dinner at 7 o'clock in the evening. So we can say, he has dinner at 7 o'clock in the evening. Now let's look at the examples more closely. Benny has breakfast at 6 o'clock in the morning. Benny here becomes he. Okay, he has lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He has dinner at 7 o'clock in the evening. Okay, now let's have some more examples. He blah 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 at 6:30 in the morning. Okay, what is the blanks here? Okay, when we want to say about the time he goes to school, then we can say he goes to school at 6:30 in the morning. Okay, another example. He blah 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 at 3:30 in the afternoon. If we want to know the time he arrive at home, okay, then we can say he goes home at 3:30 in the afternoon. And the next example. Okay, what is the blank here? Okay, take a bath. Okay, if we want to say that the time of taking a bath here is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so we can say he takes a bath at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, now about asking and answering. Okay, the first question is asking about the time. what time? Okay, and then we use does here. What time does Benny have breakfast? Okay, so it's not has anymore, but it's not has anymore, okay, but have, okay, because we have does here. Okay, so the question is, what time does Benny have breakfast? Okay, and the answer is, he has breakfast at 6 o'clock in the morning. The next question, does Benny have lunch at 12 o'clock in the afternoon? Look at this, does. If the question starts with does, it means that it's a yes-no question. Okay, and don't forget, the verb here becomes have, not has anymore. Okay, so the question is, does Benny have lunch at 12 o'clock in the afternoon? We need a yes-no answer. Okay, is it true or false? If it's not true, then we say, no, he does not. Or we can contract it into, no, he doesn't. So does not here becomes doesn't. Okay, another have no question. Okay, does Benny have dinner at 7 o'clock in the evening? Okay, does here, the same question with the previous. Okay, but here what is asked is dinner, not lunch. Okay, now is this fact correct or not? If it's correct, then we say yes, he does. Okay, still asking and answering. Okay, what time does Benny go to school? Okay, the same with the previous ones. Okay, and the answer here, he goes to school at 6:30. Does Benny goes home at 2:30 in the afternoon? No, he doesn't. Does Benny takes a bath at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Yes, he does. Okay, now what about my daily activities? Now let's try to have question and answer using the subject I. Okay, if someone asks me, then he or she will say, what time do you? Okay. So the answer is, what time do you get up? Okay, the answer will be, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if the question is what time, then we answer with the time. Okay. Now, what time do you take a bath? Okay, do. This time we use do, not does. Then the answer will be, I take a bath at 5 o'clock in the morning. Do you have breakfast at 6 o'clock? Do you still remember? Right, this is a yes-no question. So the answer might be yes or no. Okay, if yes, I do, then I answer, yes, I do. I have breakfast at 6 o'clock. Okay, now, do you go to school at 6 o'clock? Okay, if the answer is no, okay, then I will say, no, I don't. I go to school at 6:15. Okay, now it's time to do the continuation of the exercise. It's the exercise section 2. Similar with the previous, okay, you have to do this exercise on your Google form. Okay, look at these instructions. Based on the exercise on section 1, make questions and their answers. Do it on the Google form available on your Google Classroom. This is the end of this video lesson. Thank you very much for your attention. Let's say hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. See you again on my next video lesson. Bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.